This used to be an okay place to live.
Hello? Your name Fred?
Might be. What do you want?
It's funny, you know. The water's choppy, the weather bad, and I miss sailing more than ever. It's like they say, the sea is a cruel mistress.
I know what you mean. But listen, I've got a story you might enjoy. You're looking for Professor Doe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as let me just tell you everything.
Nothing's for free in this city, is it? Figures. All right. Shoot.
You won't regret it. You've seen some of this city now, am I right? You've in England what's coming? I want out of the Order and the city before it hits. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest hint of it, you've signed your death warrant. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not an easy thing these days, my friend.
I've no idea how to help you with that.
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city, smugglers, who know what to do. Find them. That's how you can help. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week, talking about Salvation Harbor. Maybe start there.
All right, fine. I'll look into it. But your lead on the professor had better be worth it.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me a way out fast, or I might be too dead to be any use to you.
I know who's behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Most of them stick to the fish market, but they seem to have agents everywhere. Even the university.
I knew there was something fishy about the EOD, the den of those filthy Innsmouthers. I'll tear it to the ground.
Actually, most of the EOD members I met were locals. And for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a nice guy. You ought to examine your prejudices.
Are you calling me a bigot, Reed?
Robert, listen. Something needs to change. You holding a grudge against Innsmouthers ain't making anything better for anyone. Those who fan the flames of hatred always end up burnt in the end.
They killed my son, for Kay's sake!
I know. But what did you do to prevent it? You made yourself their enemy instead of helping them. What did you expect would happen? You chose to brand them newcomers and leave them to suffer just like you did with me. The only difference is that I'm useful to you. No wonder desperate Innsmouthers would seek refuge from a radical organization like the EOD. They had nowhere else to turn.
I shall think about what you've said.
Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor Doe. I have a promising lead. You have anything else to tell me?
Your task remains the same. Find Harriet and bring her back. You say we are dealing with an entire organization? Well, I have something for you that might help our cause should things take a turn. Now leave. I've heard enough from you.
Stay safe.
Bird told me there are people in Oakmont who can help me leave town.
Maybe, maybe not. What makes you think I know anything?
I've heard they're having a wake for Toothless Bob here.
That may be true, but I don't know you from Adam. Prove you ain't some gumshoe.
Come on, you can trust me. Ask Mr. Throgmorton. He can vouch for me.
If you think I'll trust you just because you were doing business with that ape, then you've got another thing coming. But you're still alive. That means you've got something going for you. Okay. What about a little favor? Nothing fancy, don't worry. I expected a package to be delivered ages ago, but the courier still hasn't shown. Find out what's taking him so long. Here's the address.
Got it.
One more thing. If you don't find him, bring the package back, will ya? It's a crate full of the water of life, if you catch my drift.
Bye.
Fresh fish, just caught. Extra, all the news that's fit for print. Come, find something you like.
I've seen ashes like this before. Well, that's one way to get rid of a corpse. Empty, but reeks of gasoline. The blood's almost dry. Left by something heavy with wheels.
You're done, kid. Someone talks to the cops behind my back. Their history. Get 'em, boys. Drock. Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way? No mercy, boys. He's been asking for this. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
Time to figure this out.
Drock. Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a... You're done, kid. No mercy, boys. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
Someone was looking for a crate here and was brutally killed. The crew that did it were headed up by a guy in a wheelchair. Well, I found your courier. I hate to break it to you, but he's dead. Someone didn't like him talking to the cops, and, well, they made it pretty savage.
What? Kay, I'm dead. He might think I was in on it.
He? Who's he?
The boss.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Nay, I'll handle it. But take my advice. The boss is the only man who can arrange a bon voyage. Don't do anything to make him unhappy. There, on newcomer. Here's the note with your instructions. Beyond that, you're on your own.
Okay, thanks. Here's your water of life.
Shh, keep it down, pal. Not too shabby, newcomer. You deserve a reward for this.
Bye.
Something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Hey, fella. What do you do when you see a dog? Pet it or kick it away?
I'd kill it, because the dog's rabid.
Right you are. You're a new one, huh? Come with us.
Just take me to your boss.
I'd have broken all your bones, fella, if Papa Brute hadn't put you off limits.
Just calm down. No need for violence.
Who are you, and what the drock do you want? And let's be quick about it, kid. I don't have the whole damn day.
Let's just say I'm a private detective and leave it at that.
Cocky, ain't you? So be it, kid. I have a pretty good idea who you might be. You were working for Throgmorton, right? So, what do you want?
I want to smuggle a man out of the city.
A lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed. It won't be easy. And, like everything in life that's worthwhile, it won't be cheap.
So, what's it gonna cost me?
Normally, I wouldn't do drock for a newcomer. But you're doing business with that old ape-lover Throgmorton. I think that's interesting. That tells me you're worth something, kid. Now, I have a job needs doing, but it needs to stay between the two of us.
I'm fine with doing a job for you, but is this gonna be on the up and up? I've got a reputation to think about.
If you're here, kid, then I can't imagine you have a boatload of options. Don't want to do the job for me? Then get lost, and be glad you're still breathing.
Guess I have no choice. So, what do I need to do?
First things first. My name's Brutus Carpenter, rightful head of the Carpenter family. Second thing, someone tried to kill me a week ago.
Oh, you're not asking me to track them down and kill them, are you?
No, kid. I've got hatchet men if I need them. And I don't want to kill them anyway. I just want to know who was gunning for me and why. Yeah, I know how it sounds. But after I almost died, I realized that being a hard case isn't the only option. I want to try to do things differently.
I wasn't expecting mercy from a crime boss. So, what's the catch?
It's not a trick, kid. I couldn't give a damn what you think about me. When you're at death's door, it makes you reassess your priorities.
All right, color me interested. How did this all happen?
I woke up in the crematorium inside a rolled-up carpet. I had this tag on my toe like some cadaver, and I was covered in this weird rancid slime. I managed to get myself out of there. But what I saw once I got home made me think I had a screw loose.
And? What did you see?
Me, kid. Some palooka wearing my face and walking out my front door like all was well with the world. So I decided to get out and hole up here. Gathered a small company and pulled myself together.
What was your last memory before the crematorium?
I can remember clearly a dinner I had a week before the incident. After that, only bits and pieces. I remember writing something in my diary. I don't recall what, except it was important. Those notes could tell us how it all started.
And I suppose that diary's still in your manor.
Exactly, kid. In a strongbox in my room. You have my permission to crack it if it's necessary. I'll write you the address.
Any thoughts on who'd want to do this to you?
It must be someone close to me, so I can't trust anyone. I haven't even contacted my son Graham. Normally I'd get him to solve this. I'm vulnerable now. I can't risk exposing myself. Another good reason to bring in an independent contractor.
You must have tried to do something about this imposter already.
Of course I did, kid. I wouldn't be asking for your help if this was just a walk in the park. My people said they killed that other me. It didn't change a thing. I guess they got the wrong guy.
So where would I find the city's crematorium?
Ah, of course you don't know. You're a newcomer after all. Here's the address.
I got it. It appears you're quite capable of standing without aid. So why the wheelchair?
Does your curiosity always beat out your courtesy? I'll tell you if it makes you happy. I'm old. Some days I feel tired. This wheelchair, unlike many people, has never crossed me. So I know I can count on it if I need to.
You mentioned your son, Graham. Can you tell me more about him?
Graham? Why would you care? He has nothing to do with this.
You sound pretty sure about that.
Of course. Graham is too honest. And since the end of the war, he turned into a real bleeding heart. It's become a bit of a headache, actually. Of course, we've had our differences, especially about the family business, but he would never hurt a fly, let alone me.
Goodbye.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Whoa! What gives?
Yeah, top marks for quantity.
A little
So
blackmail,
much for
a
quality.
little larceny,
Even my gear's in better
scrap or
shape.
two, just like the old days.
Hey, you! No loitering. Only workers are permitted on the premises.
You're handing out supplies for free. That seems awful charitable.
Mr. Carpenter is a pillar of our community, generously donating half of our supplies to the people of Oakmont in their time of need.
I'm looking for work. I heard you might have a job.
Sure. There's a sack of potatoes in the basement of the manor. Go get it. Bring it here, okay?
Got it.
Get a move on there.
Bye.
Not so fast, newcomer. You ain't going upstairs unless the boss calls for you. And I don't see that happening.
So, where are the potatoes?
Ah, please, friend. Don't take away my food.
Your food? This is stolen. This sack was meant to go to the hungry.
We are the hungry, mister. Me and my family. I have 5 children to feed and nothing to feed them with. Oh, look, we'll starve to death without it. Have a heart.
I don't get it. You can have food for free. The carpenters are distributing it. So why steal?
They'd only give me 1 portion. Even though I told them that my wife and kids are too weak to get here.
Don't worry, I get it. Look, hang on to the sack for now. I'll try to work something out for you, okay?
Oh, thank you, mister. Kay bless you. You're a lifesaver.
Just don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. There's a minor issue.
What? What issue?
Oh, the sack was stolen by one of your workers. I tracked him down so he's not going anywhere, but I'm trying to decide what to do with him.
Damn thieves. Man, take them.
I'm sure your boss would want to know about it, but I can see you're pretty busy. Tell you what, I'll go talk to him for you.
You're right. I'm needed here. Vera, go see Mr. Graham Carpenter and report the incident. He's upstairs.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, Graham Carpenter. How can I help?
One of your workers is a thief. Stole a sack of potatoes.
Oh. I do hope my people haven't taken it into their own hands.
Not yet. Is there a way to solve this peacefully? The guy has a hungry family. That's why he stole.
I won't punish a man for trying to feed his family. Why didn't he simply ask me for more food? Tell him he can keep what he stole. If he needs more, let him come back. It may be that he'll need medicine too. Can you give him this? It's not much, but it'll help.
No offense, but why such generosity all of a sudden? I mean, this distribution of supplies.
I hope to set an example for the other influential families of Oakmont. Together we can make our city a better place. Besides, after the incident with the poisoned fish, people were left with nothing to eat. I had to take action to prevent starvation.
Thank you. I thought Brutus was the head of the Carpenter family. Something changed?
Oh, no, not at all. My father's still in charge. I've simply taken on some of his responsibilities. He's past his prime and needs more rest.
The mask. Why do you wear it?
A war wound. I prefer not to discuss it if you don't mind.
Goodbye. Yeah, you don't get these for staying in your foxhole. The door won't budge. Huh. Now, weren't you the one who called Robert an ape lover, Brutus? Brutus Carpenter, I presume.
Yes, that's right. Did you bring me something to eat? I'm very hungry.
No, sorry.
Ah, well, move on then.
Bye. This has been empty for years. Seems someone believes eternal life comes in a bottle. I could use some supplies. If you can spare them, that is.
Here. Take some medicine.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye. Me again. You can relax. Everything's been taken care of. The sack is yours.
Oh, bless you, sir. My little ones will eat today because of you.
Look, I talked to Carpenter about your situation. He said to come by whenever you've a need. He'll do right by your family.
Really? I didn't know Mr. Carpenter was so generous. That family sure has changed. Thank you again, friend.
You said the Carpenters have changed. What were they like before? Hey, you can shoot straight with me. It's all right. We'll keep it between us.
Worse. A lot worse. Criminals and murderers. Rumors are their boss, Brutus, defiled several women and got away scot-free. Terrible. People called them a grand family. Their word is law in Oakmont, along with the Throgmortons and Blackwoods. Tread carefully with them.
Hey, listen. I've got a surprise for you.
A surprise? Okay. What is it?
Carpenter wanted me to give you this.
Kay bless him and his generosity. Please, send him my thanks.
Good day to you, kind sir. I hope that angels will be more merciful to you than they were with me. Oh, poor me.
Did something happen?
Some Danes robbed the graves in the cemetery. If I don't find the body soon, city council will find out. But I have no idea where to start. I'll be fired, I know it. And it's the only job I'm fit for. That's what my mama said.
I can help you. I'm quite experienced at finding people alive, usually.
Oh, thank the angels, kind sir. I'll repay you, I will. You'll find the 3 robbed graves in the cemetery. I marked them, and you don't need to muck up your suit lugging bodies round, sir. I can do that. Just find all 3 and tell me where they are, please.
Ugh, what a stench. Whoever held this poker has got to be covered in slime. Door won't budge. The door won't budge. Someone Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks. Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks. Ugh, it reeks to high heaven. What is this stuff? All these bites are fresh. Ah, poor guy. His death wasn't fast. Very neat. Someone spent a lot of time opening it. Virginia Cooper, 1887 to... Another victim of the flood. Honorable citizen. All these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast. Coffin was barely covered with dirt. A gravedigger could do a better job. Scratches are fresh. Looks broken from the inside out. All these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast. Your cemetery is almost sunken, and half of its graves are ruined. Why do you care about these three in particular?
They were dug up by some people. That's bad. Others are sunken, taken by the mayor. That's not bad. You must not touch what was taken by the mayor, or the waters will curse you. That's what my mama said.
Bye.
Well, tough times have come, I say.
These sure weren't ordinary grave robbers. Very neat. Someone spent a lot of time opening it.
Oh, tough times have come, I say.
Something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in. Even took a sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
Bye. Oh, the smell. I wonder why monsters didn't come running. And here's our missing dead man. Apparently that's the body I'm looking for. Romantic. Not the first thing you'd expect to see in a flooded city. wrote down the locations of all 3 missing corpses.
Thank all angels, kind sir. You saved me. I say, you did. Take this for your kindness. Plus, I will save you a good plot in the cemetery. Save you quiet neighbors, fit for a gentleman.
Silent neighbors? So, what? You have noisy ones?
It happens, kind sir. Many people prefer to be burned than lie in some parts of the cemetery.
I'm not planning to die here.
Oh, I see. That's a pity. I was just being nice.
Bye.
Well, tough times have come, I say. Hey.
And judging by the dried blood and the dent on the shovel, it was used as a weapon. Whoever held this...
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I? I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I? I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Brutus was brought in by some group who had to deal with the crematorium worker. So, Brutus woke up, knocked the guy out cold, and escaped.
Stop it! Come, find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
You're James Warren, right?
Yeah, that's me. What do you want? I'm sick, can't you see?
A week ago, a group of people brought an unconscious man to the crematorium. I need to know who those people were.
What makes you think I'd know that?
You got hurt that day. That's why you're in the hospital. The man you were supposed to burn knocked you out and escaped.
Horse feathers. I hit my head. Fell down the stairs.
You were supposed to cremate a man listed as Jack White. He escaped, and now he wants to know what's going on. So tell me, who paid you to burn a man alive?
How do you know about White?
I talked to him. I need names, Warren.
I can't. I say anything. I'm toast.
They'll certainly kill you if they find out Jack White is still alive. I can arrange that.
No, please. No, I didn't ask their names. They're priests, but they ain't from St. Michael's Church, that's for sure. They were talking about the Lord of the Woods or something. Maybe from an old Oakmont church? That's all I know, I swear.
Where can I find this church?
I don't know. Some things in this Borg are best left alone.
It's not much, but thanks. Wasn't that hard after all, was it?
You got what you came for. Now leave me be.
Bye.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever. Again, no, sir.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
blood is still fresh. These aren't your typical kitchen utensils. Well, I don't think the health inspector will be pleased.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
Find something you
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
Church of Redemption, founded in 1667. Cast away from your evil deeds and find redemption in our Lord. The door won't budge. The door won't budge.
You cannot build here. It's cursed! Cursed! The skies smote the carpenters for their sins. You cannot build a church in this place.
Good. Let this place be our legacy. May the horror that befell the carpenters be forgotten, and hope take its place. Esse quam videri.
The door won't budge.
Make it quick, Reverend, I implore you. I lost everything to this fire. My house, my family. No need to recite every single bloody name.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
You cannot build here. It's cursed.
Good. Let this place be our legacy. May the horror that befell the carpenters be forgotten, and hope take its place. Esse quam videri. Make it quick, Reverend, I implore you. I lost everything to this fire. My house, my family. No need to recite every single bloody name.
The old Carpenter Manor stood here centuries ago, until a fire destroyed it and killed most of the family. The church was built over the ruin. Something's chewed this one up real bad. This is in good shape and ready to use. This is in good shape and ready to use. This is in good shape and ready to use. This is in good shape and ready to use. Something's chewed this one up real bad. Now that's a familiar smell. Like year-dead skunk. This is in good shape and ready to use. This is in good shape. And ready to use. Now that's a familiar smell. Like year-dead skunk.
The stars are aligned, and a new turn of the cycle begins. The time has come to return to the mother's womb, and we shall be reborn, brothers and sisters. Make sure you get every scrap. We don't want anyone reading these while we're down there.
Don't wait. I'll catch up to you.
Take them to the crematorium. We'll destroy them before we dive.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
The stars are aligned, and a new turn of the cycle begins. The time has come to return to the mother's... Make sure you get every scrap. We don't want anyone reading these while we're down there. Take them to the crematorium. We'll destroy...
Don't wait. I'll catch up to you.
A group of fanatics based in the Redemption Church got rid of several bodies, took all the documents they could, and died.
Why are you here? You look like a fresh wound.
Yeah, well, you're no oil painting yourself, fella.
Imbecile. Strike us down and many more will rise, fresh from the fecund mother's womb, slick, naked, yet burgeoning with strength. Our eyes infest this city, our hands too. We fill young Graham with our words, and soon he will be hollow.
What was that about young Graham?
His house is divided. It cannot stand. The young will succeed the old, as new shoots rise from decay. Our growth shall choke the sun. The veins we open will seed crimson blossoms. The fecund mother grants new life. You should have stayed above.
Tell me why you tried to kill your father.
What are you talking about?
I know all about your plan. I have proof. Just level with me.
I knew you weren't just a worker. Look, I'm not proud of what I did. He's my father. But he was a terrible, terrible man. Crime has always been my family's business. I want to change that. I want to help people. But he will never stand for it.
So that's how it is.
My father sent you here, am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm Charles Reed.
I can change this city, Mr. Reed. But to do that, I must be the head of the Carpenter family. I need to have that influence. I'll pay you if you need, but please listen to your conscience. Brutus will not change. He harms so many, he must die.
I'll think about your proposal.
Be wise, Mr. Reed. Oakmont's future depends on your decision.
Goodbye.
What you making, kid?
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it.
I know who's behind the attempt on your life, Mr. Carpenter.
And? Don't make me wait, kid.
First, I want to know what your plans are for when you resume as head of the family.
Everything will go back to how it was before. Tradition exists for a reason, kid. Besides, it's none of your damn business.
You know, I met your son. I think it's time for a change in leadership. I can't imagine it ended well for whoever lost all this blood. Yeah, top marks for quantity, but so much for quality. Even my gear's in better shape. This stain's almost gone. Your father is dead, Mr. Carpenter. You're the head of the family now.
This brings me no joy. But thank you. You made the right choice. A noble choice, despite what it entailed. I had to kill my father twice. I had to ask you to stain your hands too. But the guilt isn't yours. I take the blame entirely.
It's all right, Mr. Carpenter. Now, will you help me?
Of course I will. I'm in your debt. Thank you once again.
Goodbye.
Something wrong.
Yeah, you don't get these for staying in your foxhole. Huh.
What you making, kid?